in July.
She worked on it.
There we go. Where?
But it's not even thinking.
Well,
Folks, let's pause for a moment and pray before the meeting starts. Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the gift of this day. Thank you for the gift of salvation. Father, we thank you for your grace and your mercy. Father, as the city council meets tonight, I pray that you would give each of the members wisdom as they discharge the city's business and their duties. Father, I pray that your will would be done in all that transpires. Father, I lift up the city workers that are out on the streets during this time of construction. Father, I lift up the contractors that are out there. Father, that you would keep them safe, that you would give the people that are driving past, that you would give them reflection and you would keep them alert as to what's going on around them. Father, I pray that this construction season would come and go and there would be no serious injuries. Father, I pray that you would keep all of them safe. In your Son's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. That looks really pretty, and I don't know why.
I can get it on my phone. I can get it on my phone.
I don't know why that's blue.
Be ready in the back row. This laptop's about ready to come back there.
Flying laptop.
Flying laptop. Let it crash.
We'll call the meeting to order and begin with the pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and on the agenda, I have to add number 8 for emergency water restrictions. So that'll be on the number 8. With that, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as
So moved.
or to approve the amended.
Got a first from Jim.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as amended. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried. The approval of the minutes. They're found on pages 1 through 3. Are there any additions or corrections? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes as printed.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes as printed.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes as printed. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried. For public input, I want to announce that Governor Newsom will be at the community center from 1 o'clock until 2:30 in the afternoon, Wednesday afternoon. That's this Wednesday. Is there anybody got anything else to talk about on public input that's not on the agenda?
Well, I'd kinda like to know if there's gonna be a quorum. Is there gonna be 4 of you guys at Nome's so I can put a notice of quorum? Anybody going?
I'm gonna go.
I might be there.
There's 3. You'll be there? Not sure.
Possibly.
Well, I'll let you know.
I'll put a possible notice of quorum. Just to be on the safe side. Okay.
Is there anything else for public input?
Yeah, I guess I'll, didn't put these on the agenda, these Christmas lights or whatever, I just brought them in to show you guys. That one on the clear right was what we had.
Terry, you wanna shut the light off?
What's that?
I said, Terry, you wanna shut the light off so we can
Oh,
actually
yeah,
see?
that's true. I guess the one on the right is what we had, and then I've got these other bulbs, and I kinda moved them around and shuffled them around, and everybody pretty much likes the one on the left, and to them that wanted the white ones, I guess I'll say when there's a white street light above it, it'll wash, the ones on the white will wash out. So I think we're gonna go with something like this on the left unless anybody's got any other objections or something that, but anyway, so I just brought them in to show you guys, and I'll also over here, this was the bow that was on the Main Street wreaths. These are bows that came, that plan on putting on there, I guess, so. Anybody's got anything that, just wanted to bring you guys to show it to you. I wished I would've brought them in when we were talking about it before, but, so if you still wanna go with new ones, or just go that way, or. And then some of these, well, Tony will be working on them, I guess, but then some of them are missing the, I guess, whatever you wanna call them, cherry balls, the cherries, yeah, so. But I think they're a lot brighter than what they were. So. That's all I got for that, I guess.
What about your banners? Do you wanna show them your fixed banners?
That was on the agenda, I didn't know we were
Oh.
gonna wait.
Okay. No,
Is there anything else for public input?
yep, Main Street banners are on there, yep.
I'd like to thank you for doing all the work on this deal.
Tony's gonna be doing more work than me.
Yeah,
Volunteer.
just give me the bulbs.
Yep.
If there's nothing else for public input, we'll go to unfinished business. Number 1 is the second reading of ordinance number 717, cannabis, found on page 4 and 5. And there's no changes since the first reading, so I'm just gonna read the title for this. And then if there's any questions, we'll go from there. So I'll start out here. Ordinance number 717, a temporary ordinance regarding the issuance of local medical cannabis establishment permits and/or licenses. Now what this is all, I'll let Tony explain what this is all about.
Really? It's just waiting for the state to make up their mind how they're gonna allow different establishments, how many establishments each community can have. And so this is saying that we aren't gonna do anything until the state comes up with a decision, and that isn't gonna be until October.
Well, the way it works is we could pass an ordinance to issue, but then the state's gonna do it this fall, so we're waiting until they get done, till they get their regulations. That's what it amounts to. So, I'm gonna entertain a motion to either reject or approve the second reading of ordinance 717.
I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance number 717.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the second reading of ordinance number 717. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
We have a second, so we have a motion and a second to approve the second reading of ordinance number 717. Is there any discussion? We'll vote by roll call. Hearing no discussion. And we'll start with Alderman Schwartz.
Aye.
Alderman Zello.
Aye.
Alderman Odegaard.
Aye.
Alderman Rangel.
Aye.
Alderwoman Leckie.
Aye.
Alderman Steers.
Aye.
Hearing 6 ayes and no nays, the motion carries by unanimous ballot. Motion carries. Number 2 on the unfinished business is front desk software. Found on pages 6 and 7.
It's just like a bad habit, it won't go away, right? Well, I got a lot more information as far as how we can do a lot of things behind the scenes for the people that are currently on ACH or e-bill. If they don't sign up for front desk, we could still process front desk for them and send out their e-bills. The biggest thing is that this will qualify for our American Recovery Act, so we're getting another $262,000, I believe. $226,000, dyslexic there. And this would qualify, so we could put the entire cost of this towards that CARES Act, because then people can pay online, they can view everything online, they can do their building permits online, they can do everything online, so it will qualify for the American Recovery Act to be 100% reimbursed. So if we want to do it now, we can still get the $1,200 reduction in the implementation and then get it covered. With the not the CARES, but the American Recovery Act.
So at this point, it would make no sense to not do it. We may as well sign this thing up and.
Yeah. I mean, if it's gonna be paid for, it's a good time to do it.
So that's gonna eliminate paper billing then too, or not?
No, we'll still do paper billing until everybody signs up for front desk, but
So you still have to sign up.
yeah. Yep.
So how's the reply been? Have you gotten any replies about signing up?
We have quite a few people that would be interested. I mean, we had, of our survey, we had, about 60%, I think, that responded were interested. A lot of them that didn't don't have computers. So I think we'd have a really good turnout. We have about 300 that are currently on e-bill or ACH, and if just those people converted, that would be a big chunk of them, so. I'm gonna convince you, once I get it up and running, to convert. So.
Well, in my opinion, I think we should do this because that's the way things are moving, is in that direction, and we'll stay in touch with the real world.
And it's no cost to us.
What?
And it's no cost to us at this
No,
point, which I think is crazy, but the program is there and,
we don't get many of those kind of offers that don't cost a bunch.
right,
So that's just me talking, but that's my opinion on it. So I'm gonna ask that somebody move that we approve this.
I'll make a motion that we approve the front desk software program.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the purchase of front desk software. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Right?
Aye.
Those opposed? We didn't get many ayes, so we're gonna vote by roll call then. I'm gonna start with Alderman Steers.
Aye.
Alderwoman Lectie.
Aye.
Alderman Rangel.
Aye.
Alderman Odegaard.
Aye.
Alderman Zeller.
Aye.
Alderman Schwartz.
Aye.
Hearing 6 ayes and no nays, the motion carries by a unanimous ballot. Now we're gonna start our new business. Number 1, a plot for John and Michelle Carr, and that's found on page 8. I think all that requires is just a signature, right?
Yeah. It's within the mile of the city limits, it is outside city limits, so.
So I would entertain a motion that we approve that.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the plot for John and Michelle Carr. Is there any discussion?
Does that whole area have city services?
Yes,
Has city water, has city sewer, has city,
streets, well, street up to getting into cars up here, looks like right in here. But, yeah, they do have access.
and they use that, so what's it take to get that all?
Annexed in. Right here, this group does not want to be annexed in, Parmalee's don't, but John's been talking to him because John would like to be annexed in. So, if he could convince them, because this one has to be annexed in, this is right here,
But they
where,
also have city, everything.
yes, they do. So. Because everybody else down in that area is annexed in, it's just those two properties.
That ought to,
Brings up another topic of discussion later time.
yeah, that needs to be a priority.
I think we need to consider either asking for annexation or changing our utility rates for anybody outside of city limits. which is what most cities do.
Is there any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried. Swim Club fundraiser.
Yeah, if you could.
Okay. I'm here on behalf of the Miller Swim Club. I'm the outgoing president now. Swim Club's off to a really great start. We had a really good turnout, really good times in Aberdeen this last weekend, despite looked like some of the weather was a little bit yucky. But as you guys know, our annual duck race is coming up. And as the club, we're asking if the city would donate a family pass for one of the prizes for the 2022 swim season. If that would be a consideration, we would appreciate that. We appreciate what the city does for our club. You guys do a lot for us, and we appreciate that. So, that's kind of all I have. Any?
They've done that in the past.
Yep.
Yes, I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that the city has donated the family pass
For the last few years we have.
the last few years. So, if that would be something the city would be willing to do again.
And are you doing this over the 4th of July again?
Yep. Is it the 3rd that we're having the parade and
Yes.
everything? We do it that same day. We always try to do that at the same time after the activities are done at the park and stuff. So we like to do it at like 5 o'clock, right after the pool shuts down for the afternoon and stuff.
So I know other years, and I brought this up last year, maybe the year before both. A number of years ago, we gave the family pass, which I think is a great thing, but it went to some out-of-town family and it never got utilized.
Oh.
So, I don't know how you do that. It's really nice if we give it to a family in town.
In
So
town,
it gets
yeah.
utilized.
I can definitely bring that up with the board. I don't know how we would really
Yeah.
do that.
I don't know how you do either,
If-
but it makes no sense, on the other hand, for us to give a family pass and
Yes.
not have it utilized.
Right, definitely. I will ask to see if maybe we can
If some out-of-town people get it, have them donate it back to us.
donate it back
If they're
or,
not gonna use it, right.
you know,
Unless
see
they're
if
from
they're.
Highmore.
And
Isn't
then,
Highmore using our pool?
This
Yes.
year.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's great. Anybody,
right,
I don't
and
care
as
where
long
they're
as they're
from,
gonna be
as long as they're gonna use
utilizing
our
it.
pool.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure, and I can definitely bring
So
that up
somebody
with the
would
board.
appreciate having that pass. is my-
Absolutely, absolutely. So I definitely agree with that. So. Any other questions? Anything?
Maybe you could offer them just in your back pocket, have an alternate prize for them.
Yeah, and that's actually the kind of what I was thinking, is that maybe we could, you know, come up with something else as a back, like Joe said, to trade, per se, so.
But they also know when they're buying the duck that they're buying it for a swim pass, don't they?
No, that's one of
Oh, one of the prizes?
One of the prizes.
Okay.
The other prize I know for sure, like the Midway Drive-In donates
Okay.
a few tickets and treats and stuff
Okay.
like that. They used to do the family pass or the season passes, but it's halfway through the year and they do it for this year.
Okay.
So, or this season, I should say.
What is a family pass valued at? The swim pass?
I believe it's 85.
I think that's right.
I believe it's $85, unless it went up this year.
We didn't vote to change
Okay.
anything.
I didn't think so.
So,
So how much are the ducks?
$5 each.
And when are you selling those?
When?
Yes.
I think they are currently selling them.
Oh, are
I
they?
think, yes.
Okay, I must be out of the loop.
And the floor girls aren't actually swimming this year, so I don't have the ducks.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
Don't have your ducks in a row.
I don't have my ducks in a row.
Join the club.
I've always got a stray duck in there. So.
I'll make a motion to donate a family pass to the swim club.
I'll second it.
Is there a second?
yep.
Okay, what was the motion?
To donate a family pass to the swim club.
Okay, we'll have a motion to donate as in the past for this.
Family pass.
Yeah, family
Same
pass.
as last year.
Mm-hmm.
And a second, so is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Thank you, we appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 3, is John and Shirley Hover a ballpark sign?
Well, Hofer and I would like to donate a granite black sign like this to replace the one that's on the existing bleachers. The one that's there now is kind of shell-shocked. Can't even read the names or any of the existing sign that's there. I assume that the city here is the one that we have to get permission, is that correct? To replace that, or where do we go?
I have had discussions with several people, John Beaner, I called Davy Johnson because he's the post commander, and they all said they thought it would be a great idea. No one knows for sure who put that first sign up there. They think probably the ones that would know are now gone. So, but everyone I have spoken to is in favor because that would, it would be a beautiful piece to have there, and it would last forever, so.
Hofer and I have visited with, I don't know who's all here. Hofer and I have visited with Jim Wilbur, because we felt he would know. And Larry Damberg, of course, has been having health issues, so he wasn't here. But Jim Damberg visited with Dee and Larry, and they weren't aware.
They didn't know.
And we have visited with different people. Mike Wordle is on the baseball committee?
Association, yeah.
Is that through the city here, or what entity is that?
That's just the baseball association, their own. Yeah.
Entity?
Yep.
There's so many committees of committee, may I say?
Yeah.
I don't know who to go to. Because first of all, Hofer and I do not want to take the existing sign down. And of course, we're not gonna take that sign down. It's gonna be somebody else.
Yeah,
But we do not want to cause ill feelings by replacing that sign. But we certainly feel that sign needs to be replaced. But we want to go through the right channels. We have people that have volunteered to help with making the frame. And Roger Haberling, who is he employed by the city?
Mm-hmm.
He's done a wonderful job out there too, guys, because that place got really neglected. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
He's done a wonderful job out there. He's pretty excited about having that. There's some other names I won't mention that contribute to that and for the framework. Our company will deliver the sign and they will place it in the frame. Whoever will make the frame and mount it. You follow me? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, I guess Hofer and I are just wanting permission to go ahead and do this, but then maybe you guys all have to figure out where you guys stand in this whole ballgame too.
If you talk to the Wilbers, Jim Wilbur, and they don't know who made it, and they don't care.
No.
They
Jim was tickled to death
Oh,
for
I'm
it.
sure he was.
Yeah.
They would have been the big push behind that
Yeah,
Jim and Larry.
original sign, I would bet anything the
Well,
Wilburs
we
had a
don't
lot.
know who made that sign, you
I think it's
know.
wonderful what you're doing. Good for you guys.
But I would like help into knowing, it's kind of hard to find even phone numbers to ask. I even thought maybe Connie Schrader might know if, maybe Delmer was instrumental in knowing who, but it doesn't matter. I just don't want hard feelings of
I don't think there will
somebody
be
taking
because
that down without knowing that it's getting taken down.
it's basically a replica of what's there, so you're not leaving anybody off of it or adding anyone to it. It's the same.
Just new and improved.
And everyone I've talked to is thrilled to death that somebody would have the interest in doing that, so.
Well, it is granite, so there's no upkeep. The only thing is, Hofer and I feel that whatever framework, that framework needs to be made out of something that is,
Don't rust.
no
Steel or
upkeep on it.
something, you know.
Do you follow what I mean? You can't have it.
Can they tell us what they recommend for framing at all?
Well, you can make any, I mean, stainless steel, I think, that's.
So the Colony could probably make a stainless
Right.
steel
Well,
frame.
one
You put up
individ-
just regular angle iron and then in time, that's gonna rust.
Well, one individual, I was hoping he'd come tonight, but
I don't know if you'd have access to it anywhere, but you could put anodized aluminum up there too.
Well, yeah, something like that, maybe the colony's got something.
well, one individual, he kind of felt he could build it with one of his buddies. And so, but I'm not gonna speak his name or speak on his behalf, that's his, you know. But I know I had one individual say, well, I'll help contribute some money towards, Hofer and I'll pay for the sign part, but if somebody else wants to contribute, because there'll be a cost for some of that framing, you follow me? But,
Talk to whoever you've been talking to about the frame to see if, yeah, because I'm sure the Colony
They
can
would be
make
your best bet.
anything. So unless they have a plan and it's what works with the granite,
The sign, the framework that the company suggested, is make a frame and they'll come out, pick the slab up and slide it down inside. So there'll be a lip on both sides. And it'll slide down inside.
So there's gonna be some engineering to your framework. The
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the
just
Colony
give it-
is who you really want to
Right,
talk to.
right.
yep.
but my thing is, I'd like to not just, die on the vine with it. Do you follow what I mean? I'd like this process to go and not just, do you understand what I mean?
I think it'll go
I don't know
well.
why, yeah.
So what I want to know is our city council who makes the decision that yes, we move forward with it, or who gives the okay?
Davy Johnson is the commander, so if the Legion had anything to do with it, he said it was fine, he thought it was a wonderful idea, and he seen no problems with it. He was gonna go look and see if there was any records on any of it, and he said he would get back to me if there was, and he did not get back to me. So he said, other words, I would go with it, because who would not want to do that?
So
So-
the, that baseball committee or whatever, they don't have any control over
No,
him?
no.
Where is the sign located now? Is it up by
I'll show
the,
you.
Back of the backstop,
Up on the
or
the bleachers,
excuse me. on
right
the back.
across from the
and so
concession
the
stand.
city already pays for all the upkeep out there, so I would say if Davey says it's fine and we say it's fine, that's all you would need.
There's the picture of the old sign.
I
It's
have a
on the back
little
of
hard
those
time
bleachers.
reading. It's worth a trip out there to,
Yeah,
Look at it.
You know, no doubt I've seen it, I'm just not
I can't
remembering.
think of a better place.
What's that?
Yeah, no.
10 years when it was gonna get replaced.
Well, Hofer and I've looked at that many
See all
times, and
the
it's like,
lettering is peeling off, that's white, and that's peeling, all
All
peeling
paint's
off.
on it.
Some
except
white.
for the-
well, I couldn't figure out what it even was
Yeah.
made
Stuff is
out of,
down there.
because
The
I'm
dark.
not sure what's on the
Yeah,
front.
it'll all
When
be
you
on
walk
black
around the
granite
back,
with
it
the
is
white writing.
plywood.
This
Do you
is
know,
just
Joe, what's on
all peeling away.
the
so
front
you
side?
barely
It don't
read
matter.
It's just
You can
a
barely
lot of
read
paint.
who they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
just got painted over top of it.
Well, if anybody does, in any of your travels, you find out who did put it up, I would like to let the police know that. Cause I would hate to have somebody feel that a person took it down and,
It would be different if you weren't replacing it or you were replacing it with a whole new piece. And I think that's where everybody is on the same page with this. Nobody's changing anything except the look. You just updated it to something that's not gonna
Yeah,
get
we
all
can-
ratty and yucky and,
I don't know if we need a motion to say that we approve it,
Well,
or we
there's
are
no
in support of it.
yeah.
Maybe the
Do
American
we just do
Legion,
that, we're,
the whole state give it to them
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're in support of
after they
it.
won.
Of
well,
the up,
I tell you what, at the
Updated
time
sign.
when,
Well, you're probably right.
I don't know anybody.
you couldn't get any
wouldn't, 'cause
money
that-
That's a no-brainer
Yeah.
not to
to
do
even
it.
go
Yeah.
to the state tournament when those kids went.
Suggest that.
And when Tom played on the VFW, they had a heck of a time. They couldn't get money to go to the Teeners tournament
I
either.
just wouldn't throw that
I
away.
don't think that,
Hang on to it for a while.
The Legion on the state tournament, they had to have each team had to have a Legion member in the dugout.
at the state
We
tournament
couldn't even get one from here.
to
We
go.
had to get one down in Madison,
Really?
and that old guy come and sat in there.
It's probably why it's the baseball association now and not the Legion.
Well, anyway, if anybody does hear, let us know and
Whoever it is will be honored.
well, and Roger is very helpful here, so he's been in contact with me, so.
So is what we
And
would
he's
like.
talked to you too, hasn't he, Shayla,
Mhm.
with this?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what has he said with it?
Well, he was just wanting to know what our thoughts were and tried to describe it. I didn't see this until just now, but obviously he's excited about it.
What we would like is, if it's possible to get the okay, maybe even tonight, so we can go ahead and get this thing up.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, we have no problem.
So they can start, the process because, of course, the framework has to be done, but, the head fella said he thought it maybe could be done by the sandblasting and stuff could be done maybe, early fall or something, but the whole ball game is gonna be up to the framework.
And we can manage, I can talk to the colony if we have dimensions and what kind of frame it sits into, or give you the person you could,
Yeah.
yep. And then we can just kind of get a price on it, and if you need more people to donate towards a
But-
frame, we can do that.
There was one of them that we talked to, he thought he maybe, cause he knew somebody that was pretty handy with that, and that would be, save some money too,
Yeah.
you know.
This is what
Gotta
I,
be somebody that knows what they're doing, not just,
Yeah,
we'll check it out and see what.
cause it's gonna, the weight of it's gonna be about 700 pounds, so it's, you gotta
How
make sure
thick
you
of
know
a
what you're doing.
slab will that be?
What's that?
How thick of a
Inch
slab?
and a quarter.
Inch and a quarter?
Inch and an eighth.
Just like,
Or inch and an eighth, yeah, like countertop.
Yeah,
Be
countertop.
Like this right here.
Well, I think what we need to do about this, I think we should show our support for this, but as long as the Legion, because they own the property, where it's gonna sit, and I don't think we have any legal way to set something on somebody else's property.
I talked to Davy Johnson, who's the commander, who said it would be fine to do it. I don't know if you need to go further than that, I don't know what the process is, but talked to John Beaner. They all think it would be great, so, what's that?
I had a question, I guess, just, aren't they city-owned bleachers?
Pretty much
Yeah.
everything out there, city.
That's, yeah, I mean, besides the ground, everything else belongs to the city,
And that's
right?
what you're attaching it to, is the city bleachers.
Right.
So the bleachers are the city?
Yes,
That's what I'm asking.
yes.
Yes,
The bleachers
Well
do.
then, so this,
but we like to include the Legion in
We
our
got, yeah,
plans.
yeah.
Yep,
And they have been included.
yep,
they've been included.
yep.
I did not know the bleachers were the city. You learn something new every day.
All of it out there's the city.
I was asking, so that's all I was wondering, cause
Yep.
I understand what you guys are asking too,
Well, I make a motion that we give the official okey dokey to go ahead with this ballpark sign.
I'll second it.
You second that okey dokey?
I did. Okey dokey, Muskogee, is that what I say?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. How do you want that worded, Joe? Do you want
Okey dokey in there?
Our official okay
Okay.
to have them do this.
Approval?
This approval.
Okay, we have a motion to give our official okay to approve
Oh, you know it.
this ballpark sign.
On the bleachers.
You have a second?
Yep, Tim.
I did.
Okay, and we have a second. So is there any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
That's
coming
awesome.
and doing all the legwork.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, I think it'll be awesome out there.
Okay, we'll move on to number 4, which is Main Street banners.
So this time I brought them in. I guess unlike the Christmas lights the first time, but. So there's 9 poles on Main Street, and we've only got 8 banners, and they have been patched over the years, as you can see. So I guess I'm bringing this to your attention, kind of like the Christmas lights or whatever that. Probably need to look at maybe getting some new ones.
New banners and new brackets.
I've already got the brackets done, taken care of, they're all new and the same but as you see, we put up the flag banners right before Memorial Day weekend. Basically, these banners would go up right before school starts. But I would be one short with what I have, and as you can see,
Where did we get those banners, does anybody know?
Bill just told me whoever he bought them from told him that he didn't want to do business with him anymore. He doesn't remember who that was, but he said you can't get them where I ordered them from.
Oh,
usually when I upset somebody, I remember their name, but.
I wouldn't be surprised. I bet they could.
Oh, yeah.
Colony can make anything.
So that was,
So you're short one,
I'm short one, I don't know if it ripped off, blew away.
those are tearing,
Yeah, those got rips in
These have
them.
just got back from
being fixed.
in patch basically, and yeah. I mean, this is.
Wind never blows in South Dakota, so.
Right. Yep.
So besides that little tear down there, I don't see a whole lot else wrong with them. Am I missing something?
Well, they're old and I'm short one, so you can buy a new one, yeah, they're just getting patched every time. I mean, this is just the few, I mean, this is what just came back from being fixed, honestly.
Okay, I see.
Put them up in a strong wind, it's gonna start tearing up there again.
You guys just bring it up again, that's what, I mean, if we can put these up again, I don't know if you wanna be one short or.
Once you're rolling up and I'll take it out, I'll drop it off at Millerdale tomorrow. I go through there every day. I'll see if they could make something like that and if they'd have any interest and what it would cost. Then we can talk about it again sometime.
Okay.
I was just gonna volunteer you, Bob. I know you go by there every day.
I go through there.
why
I mean, you
you
can
do
see
it.
every day.
this one, that's been patched, you know, on the top and. So. That's all that was about that, I guess, so.
We
Find
would
out how
like,
much it costs and we can go from there.
and if they could get them done by,
Yeah, there's 9 poles, but I mean, if you wanna get an extra one, or in case one does tear later on, or we'll have these if you get them pretty close
Maybe
to
they're
the.
cheaper by the dozen.
Maybe.
I mean, how long these been around, I have no idea.
I think this is the second round. This isn't the first ones we bought for them.
Probably got it from the same place they get the awnings from. Maybe.
maybe, I don't know.
It seems like they came about the same time.
Bob can check out the colony and see what they can make.
Yeah, I mean, if you know somebody else, but we
Yeah,
can
and get
check a
another
couple
quote.
places.
Get a quote anyway.
Quote and a time frame to see if they could be done before school starts.
Is there anything else on the Main Street banners? If not, we'll go to number 5. I'm gonna let Tony talk about this one. Park, pond, and the well.
Well, if anybody's driven by the pond over there, it's down, what do we think, about 2 feet? The pond,
What's that?
the water level's down about 2 feet there in the pond.
Probably 3 feet, you're talking how deep the water is in the middle or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be what, 4.5, and it's probably 3 feet deep, 3.5.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's down. And so I thought if there's not too much wrong with the well that we have up on the hill in the park, that maybe we could find out what it would cost to fix it, so we had a way to fill that pond. Because if we don't know if next year's gonna have a rainstorm, and how much water we're gonna get, and that's gonna drop another 2 feet, it's gonna be a sludge hole in there. We need a way to fill that back up. And so my feelings were to maybe have Pullman's come over and give us an estimate on what the cost would be to fix that well if it can be fixed. I don't know, I talked to Terry, you really don't know what's wrong with it either, correct?
No, I think it's shot.
Pardon me?
I think it's junk.
I think when you quit using them, don't they kinda just silt in and
It's supposed to, yeah. That was one of our projects, was to cap all them wells that don't work. It keeps getting thrown off to the side because we're spending the money other places.
But anyway, that was my idea, that maybe we should find a way that we could possibly fill that pond. And I don't know of any other way, because it would take so many tanker trucks to come in there, you couldn't pay for it. And then we're not gonna turn on city water, because we're already gonna go under water restrictions, and it has chlorine in it. And we can't put the chlorine in it, because it might kill the fish and the turtles. So we can't put the chlorine water in there, unless we put something to kill the chlorine when it goes in. And that's expensive water too. So I thought, let's maybe just have Pullman's come over to look at it. If it can't be fixed, it can't be fixed, and at least we know there's no way of getting any water in, other than through storm drainage. So that's all. I just want to propose that we maybe have Pullman's come and take a look at it If it's dead, it's dead. If it's not, I think they stopped using that 10 years ago, I think, when I first got on the council. And back then, the city was in a different financial situation than it is now. So I would just like to have Pullman's look at it, give us an estimate of the shop, that's fine. We have to find an alternative. But I just can't see that pond going down. And we can't fill it in, because that's where the stormwater comes in. And we just put a new storm sewer system across the street to drain the water from, what is it, Second Avenue?
How deep is that well? Do you have any idea?
We don't know.
It's a bored well,
I
I'm sure.
could look, but,
It's got a pipe or it's a bored well?
no, it's got pipe.
It's got a 5-inch pipe down it? There's not a pump in it?
Yeah, but I think it's stuck. I think they tried pulling it out and it's stuck in there. We got 2 more back here that there's pump stuck in them, they couldn't get out.
But
We had 4 wells and they're all junk. They have been for years.
that was 10 years ago, they couldn't get it out. Maybe they
That
got
was
some.
the last one that went down.
Yeah, how many years ago?
10.
That's what I'm saying, it's 10 years ago, maybe they have a new system that they can put in there and pull out. I don't know. I think it's just worth having them check it out, just to see if we can use it. I don't know what it's gonna cost either.
So even if that pump is, well, you still got the wire in there, you can't drop a submersible in on top of it, can you? With the cable that's there.
We won't know until somebody looks at it.
I got a submersible at home, I'll give it to you and you can drop it in and find out. Sitting in the shop, wired up, ready to go.
1,000 foot. 400.
How deep is it? That's why I said, how deep is it?
I'm guessing 1,000 foot, but I don't.
It was, that's the kind of, it was, what's the word I'm looking for?
Artesian.
It was an artesian well?
I'm not sure what it was without looking.
Well, most of those artesian wells around here are about 1,200 feet deep.
It's a proposal. So, we need a motion, and we're gonna have Pullman's look at it.
Why don't you move?
I'm gonna make a motion that we at least have Pullman Welling come over and look at it, see if anything can be done. And I don't know what the cost is gonna be. I haven't called them, I couldn't call them. I need council's approval for all of this, so.
Okay, we have a motion to have Pullman's come over and estimate what it would take to fix a well if it's fixable. Is there a second?
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second now to have Pullman's come over and look at the well on the hill by the park. See what it's gonna cost if it's fixable. Is there any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Okay, I make one more comment about the park pond. I just wanna thank Justin for the hard work he did to get that fountain working. And the lights working on it. It looks good over there. Like I told you earlier, I haven't seen that fountain shoot that high in years.
You
It
know,
is the talk of the town. Everybody's pretty proud
Kelly
of
and I
that.
was up there this afternoon in the park there, and we both commented on that. I think that fountain's working better than I've ever seen it work.
Yeah. So, thank you.
Well, I hope it stays working.
That's not your responsibility.
Squirt mud.
Yeah, I hope the water stays in there.
Yeah, that's what we wanna look at.
Okay, is there any more on the well? If there's not, we'll go to number 6. which is VSP policy review, found on page 9.
Our VSP is our vision service plan for our vision care. And currently we have $0 for an exam annually. And then every 2 years you can get a frame, and every 2 years you can get lenses or contact lenses. And that's just been their normal policy. Well, they've enhanced it this year where they're offering where you can get the exam will still be free annually, and then there'll also be a frame annually, and contact lenses would be every other year that they would pay for. So they give $130 towards glasses annually, $130 for contacts every other year, if we want to do the enhanced offering. That would be an additional cost for the single plan. The city of Miller pays 100% of the single plan, so it'd be $292 extra per month per employee. And if there's a family plan, that's an extra $629, which is 50% of that is the employee and 50% is the city. So it'd be $3.15 extra a month for a family plan. Most of the employees do have a family plan. So it's just a matter of whether we want to do the enhanced offering or if we want to just stay with the.
Now, the difference between what you have and the enhanced is just,
It's the fact that you can get glasses every year instead of every other year. That's the only difference. Contacts are still every other year that they pay for, but the glasses, they would give you $130 every year.
that's for just the frames, or that's the,
If you can get the frames and the glasses or whatever,
yeah,
towards
it's
glasses.
$130 total.
Mm-hmm. Everything else stays the same. And the rates are going up a little bit
Do you
anyway.
need anything for that, or just say that you wanna approve the review?
If we don't say anything, it's just gonna automatically renew the way we have it as of October 1st. If we don't say anything, we only need to do something if we're going to change it to the enhanced plan that they're offering. Otherwise, they'll just renew it as we currently have it.
You want a motion to,
One way or the other, it would be nice to have a motion, whether we keep the plan or do the enhanced plan.
I know Zach's pretty, I know he uses it, and he needs glasses or whatever, but
what was
I
the
haven't talked to him about any of this stuff, so.
I don't know, kinda what I know is after about a year of wearing
$292 a month.
glasses, they're starting to get scratched, and
Yeah,
it's,
not that it's relevant, can't even say it, but like at Muth, it was $200 a year for safety glasses. You know, they would cover that, and so there again, they get scratched up every year. Zach is pretty well blind almost.
after I wear mine for a year, they're starting to get fairly scratched.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion with no more than that increases that we purchase an enhanced plan for vision.
I think I'd second that.
do we have a second?
Yep.
Jim?
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the enhanced plan for the vision, for VSP policy, so is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried. Number 7, credit card account payable plan. It's found on pages 10 to 13.
I wasn't there for this part of the finance officer school, but the city of Sturgis was there along with a representative from, this credit card company, is it First Bank? First Interstate Bank out of Rapid City. This bank will give you a 1% refund, I don't know what you want to call it, for any purchases made on this, and they contact all of our vendors. They get a copy of our vendor file. They will contact all of our vendors, and anybody that we can pay with a credit card, we would set it up to pay them with a credit card versus a check every month. And then we would approve just the credit card payment at the meeting. Sturgis has been doing this for, let me see how many. Did I go by it?
Yep.
Oh, here's their 1% cash back from their MasterCard. They just put all that cash into their general fund, which we could allocate it for something specific if we wanted to, like the pool or something like that if we did it. That's how much they've saved, they've gotten in their cash back. That does not include the envelopes and the time stuffing and the stamps to mail all the individual checks versus doing a credit card payment. So this is just something that more cities are starting. I didn't know we could do that, but apparently it is legal to pay our vendors with a credit card. And these are the vendors that typically will take credit card payments. They also contact them and make sure there wouldn't be a charge to the city for using a credit card. So that if there's not a charge, then it would be all savings for us. Time savings as well as financial savings, and then ending up getting that 1% cash back.
And then we would only use it on the approved accounts.
Yes.
We
would have a list of the vendors that'll
yeah,
approve it.
We'll accept it and not charge.
Right, right.
That won't be hard for you to keep track of all that, Shayla, to still,
Apparently not.
as far as your accounting goes?
No, they tie into your accounting system, and it works somehow or another with the accounting system. Like I said, I wasn't at that one, but Cindy said it was very good, and Sturgis was very excited about how well it's worked for them for their accounts payable. This Jane Eilers, I think, is their accounts payable clerk. I think that's her name, Joyce Eilers. And she said anybody can call them with any questions. Call her directly. She's the one that's been doing this for the last several years with Sturgis.
So would there be a credit card for each department?
Basically, this would just be our accounts payable. So if Terry goes to Ace Hardware and Ace will take this, we'll pay Ace Hardware instead of writing a check, we'll pay him with a credit card, and then we'll get a 1% cash back.
So there'll be actually just one card?
We already got credit cards,
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
Would, say, I'm not sure, say, electrical department, getting from border states or something, if they would accept it, you just send them a credit card payment?
Yep. Then they're getting their money faster because we're approving it at the council meeting with the credit card bill. Which to me seems like a gray area, but apparently it's gone through a lot of attorneys and they're okay with the fact and auditors that we're really not approving that payment until we pay the credit card bill.
How, just another question, say that pool sweeper, Terry, could he went and got the credit card from you and give them the credit card number?
Associated Pools, if they would take it.
If they would take it.
That would be an automatic one that we would just use, because that's a normal vendor for us.
I didn't get it from them.
Oh, no, we ordered that from Amazon, didn't we?
Yeah,
We'd have to see if Amazon would work, but.
well, Pennsylvania.
You know, and maybe some of our bigger contractors would take them too, I don't know. And there is, depending on what your vendors have, they would determine the maximum that can be charged to the account or to the card. So. But
Well, it's nice to get that extra kickback when you're using your credit cards, but you wanna make sure there's no convenience fees, cause it's legal for them to charge that.
Yes.
A lot of times your convenience fee is
Would
3 or
out-
4%.
That'd be way outdo the 1%.
And that's one thing that they said up here, that they take care of that. They make sure, they research the vendors and make sure that there's no convenience fees. They do all that work for us, that we wouldn't do it.
I guess if a guy did it and it wasn't working out quite the way we thought, we could always just cut the card up and
Yeah,
forget it.
well, this is where they say 1,600 to 7,100 in check processing could be saved, depending on how many people, let alone your check printing and envelopes and postage and employees to stuff the envelopes and whatnot.
So you need a motion to apply for this thing?
Yes, we would.
Make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, what was the motion?
To apply for this credit card.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to apply for this credit card. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried. Now, number 8 was added to the agenda on an emergency. And I'm going to ask for a motion when I get done reading this to approve this. The water restriction until further notice. Law and ordering is not allowed during the hours between 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. any day of the week. Users with an even number on the last digit of their address may water on even numbered calendar dates. And if your last digit is an odd number, can water on odd numbered calendar dates. We are receiving 350 gallons per minute coming into our tower, and 680 gallons per minute is going out. So it's very obvious that we need to slow down the usage of water. So with that, I'm gonna call for a motion to approve this water restriction until further notice.
Is noon to 5 p.m. long enough?
What do you mean long?
That's only 5 hours.
That's when you're not supposed to water during the day.
Yes, I mean, I just wondered if that was long enough not to water.
And then it's every other day.
And then it's every other,
Every other day.
So nobody can water between 1 and, or 12 and 5.
And then it's odd and
Then
even
it's
for
odd.
every other day, right?
Right. And if it gets worse, it'll be once a week.
Leave my sprinklers alone, huh?
A lot of people water in the evening or early in the morning.
Or all the time, or pretty much all the time.
And you have your city cop drive around and see who's watering, if they're watering every day or when they're supposed to.
Pretty easy to look at their address.
Most people follow this pretty
Most
good.
people do. yeah.
There's people that put in soaker
I
hoses
mean, if
and
you got
stuff.
a brand new lawn and you gotta water it, you gotta water it, you know. But you can tell if they got brand new lawn or not.
Gotta start someplace.
and this would be effective immediately.
How does that go out to the public then?
Didn't have John put it in the paper.
We can put it on
Facebook.
Facebook and on, the website, but
Put an ad in the paper also.
Can you beep that thing on TV for water restrictions? Where it comes across and
No.
tells you? On that local channel?
Oh,
I don't know if do we still have the local channel?
Well, there's one that comes up and says local, but I don't know what you can do with it.
Yeah, I know the school used to run it, but I don't know who.
Okay, maybe it's not even there anymore.
You could put it on the front desk right now.
Yeah, I could, if I had front desk, I could
Now,
do
if you
that.
had front desk, you could put that on it already.
Soon.
And we could actually text it out to everybody that is signed up for front desk.
Can you put it on that alert sense deal?
Yeah. Couldn't Arlen put it on Alert Sense?
you probably could, yeah.
How good's your pump, Jim?
Going good so far. I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of gallons of water I put on that lawn this year, but they're running.
I'll make a motion that we have that water restriction go into effect immediately.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the water restrictions that I just read. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second to approve the water restrictions until further notice. Is there any more discussion?
So how does that work, Terry? Is that your recommendation or is that through Mid-Dakota's
That's my
recommendation?
recommendation. If you want, I can show you my tank right now.
And so what happens when
It's
we're,
flashing red.
it is flashing red?
Right.
So the water tower is way low is what,
The storage tank is.
Does that recover any at night or
Sometimes,
sometimes?
sometimes.
Can I have that sheet that he
But,
gave you?
I mean, we were fine until.
Can I have that for my notes?
Aren't they doing some maintenance or something at Mid-Dakota or something?
Yeah, probably, but Hearn has this in place all the time.
Yeah.
yours even got something like this.
Well, and as dry as it is,
Yeah,
it's,
so,
and just because so many of us are watering additionally, I mean, obviously we're not,
I mean, we can either have water to drink or you can have green grass.
but I mean, that's the big thing. Everybody's just watering their grass and their gardens way more than what they normally would.
If
and
we don't
that's-
do something, then it's gonna be dry and then we're gonna be screwed, so.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When you say watering the lawn, do you also mean garden and washing your cars? Where I was originally from as a kid, like you didn't wash your car, you didn't water your lawn, except for during those specific
That's
times.
what I
It
would
wasn't
say. that-
just your lawn, it was any unnecessary use of water, including,
Mhm. But I mean,
washing.
we couldn't stop the car wash, cause that's.
no, I
because
don't, no, that's
But
different, I
at
mean
your
like
house, yeah,
personal
I would
at your
say
house.
so. Could be for all of it.
Actually, do both at the same time, wash my car over my lawn.
Right.
There you go.
That's what I did. Killed two birds with one stone.
It's hard enough on your yard right now, you can drive your car on it.
Yeah.
But we're only allocated 350 gallons a minute, and we're taking more than that.
Is there any more discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
I,
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried. We gotta pay the bills, we gotta approve the bills. Do I have a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
I'll
Is there a
second.
second? We have a motion and a second to pay the bills. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
I,
Those opposed, the same. Motion carried. Is there any other business that needs to come before the council before we adjourn? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second to
That
adjourn.
was screwed up.
Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
I.
Those opposed? Motion carried and the meeting is adjourned at 8:11.
Where were you guys the rest of the meeting when we needed motions to move this on?
Yeah, no kidding.
We were there.
Councilman's raised.
Joe's
You
gonna
know,
be
you
mad.
could vote, you could vote against the motion to adjourn.
Joe's gonna be mad and run home.
Don't hurt my feelings to get out.
Mike Little told me when I talked to him about that Facebook.
Sometimes
Okay.
we wonder if we're gonna get a motion to
They
move
have
something.
some money
Okay.